Hello, we're here with Wealthwave, the How Money Works company. Before we get started, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to explore several critical financial concepts that could have a huge impact on your future quality of life. Today, we're going to take a look at the big question that looms on the horizon for just about everyone. Will you have enough money for retirement? For that work, optional lifestyle we all dream about? Or will your savings and income run out in the middle of what should be some of the best years of your life? For most people, it can be an overwhelming question, so they simply choose to ignore it or procrastinate. Now, kudos to you for taking a minute to get smarter about how money works so you can take control of your financial future. By the way, what are you currently doing to prepare for your financial future? If we can show you how to get your money working smarter, harder, and more tax efficiently, will you be opposed to learning how? Let's talk about demographics. Every day, about 10,000 baby boomers turn 65 and either retire or realize they haven't saved enough. That's nearly 4 million people a year. Right behind them, there are 65 million Gen Xers who are running out of time to get ready for the future. And there are about 72 million millennials who need to start saving right now. Do you think any generation has saved enough? I think we all know the answer is no. They're on a passenger train rushing toward retirement and the bridge is washed out. They need a financial education and a financial professional to help them. Part of the reason so few people are prepared is that no one ever taught them the secrets about how money really works. According to a recent study, 70% of the global population is financially illiterate. And we have a problem here in the U.S. as well. We rank 7th behind Canada and China. Financial illiteracy is a crisis because it can cause many serious problems like poverty, debt, stress, divorce, financial confinement, and a shorter lifespan. It steals your time, health, and your peace. And it's why we're committed to educating people so they can avoid costly mistakes that lead to frustrating statistics we've seen on this screen. We're the How Money Works company, and it is our mission to stamp out financial illiteracy so people can make confident decisions with their money, create a work optional lifestyle, and have a better shot at living the American dream. Now, we teach people how to put money to work for them instead of just always working for money. We've created an educational system that includes a free book that has been all over the press and major TV shows across the country like CBS, Fox, NBC, and ABC, to name a few of them. It's illustrated, so it's a quick, easy read. If you spend an hour going through it, you'll know more about the money and how it really works than the majority of Americans. Make sure you get a free copy that will be provided. You just have to go to our website. We'll provide that information to you as well. And if you want to take an education to the next level, we also offer a free How Money Works masterclass. We even have an essentials version that takes less than 30 minutes. Now, my favorite concept in the How Money Works book is the Rule of 72. It's a simple shortcut that shows you how long it will take for your money to double. Just divide your interest rate into the number of 72, and you'll know how long it will take. For example, if you put money into a bank CD at 1%, how long will it take for your money to double? Yes, 72 years, that's right. And at 9%, it takes just 8 years. Here's a hypothetical example from the character in the book. Her name is Zoe. She's 19 and receives a $10,000 inheritance. If she puts it into an account earning 1%, by the time she's 67, she'll have just $16,000. Not even one double. But if she could earn 9%, she'd have $640,000. That's 6 doubles. I love the fact that we can potentially make that big of a difference for our clients by teaching them how money works and applying some few simple wealth principles. Here's another concept from the book that's critical to understand early in life. Waiting to start saving could cost you a fortune. Now, this chart that you see here, it shows you how much you need to save monthly to have $1 million by retirement, assuming now that there's a 9% rate of return. At 20 years old, you only need to put away about $113 per month. That's incredible now. But if you wait until 40, it jumps to $731 a month. And at age 60, the long red bar at the bottom, you'd have to save $8,589 every month to get to this goal. The key is to get started right now with whatever amount you can, because every day counts. One of the most valuable things we do for our clients is to guide them through the 7 money milestones. We create a roadmap that lays out step-by-step path for you to follow, so you know exactly where you need to be going and how to get there. Now, we then review your progress with you annually to make sure that you are on track, of course, and to achieve the work optional lifestyle that everybody wants. Now, early in the presentation, I asked if you thought people were ready for retirement. The statistics clearly show that most are not. The average millennial only has $23,000 saved for retirement. The Gen Xers at $66,000, and with a lot less time left, are not much better off, right? Even baby boomers have saved only about $152,000 on average. How many years could you live on that retirement? Picture this. After reviewing your finances, your financial professional says, "I've got good news for you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. As long as you die in 3 years, you've got plenty of money saved." Can you imagine that? By the way, how much of a pay cut do you want to take when you retire? Experts say we'll need about 80% of our peak income to live comfortably. Let's imagine someone caps out at $100,000. They would need to earn around $80,000, or I shouldn't say earn, they would need it because they should have saved it by then, right? They need about $80,000 to live on annually in retirement. How would they get that amount? Let's say Social Security pays you $40,000. The average 60 to 69-year-old has around $200,000 in their 401k. A 5% income from that would give you $10,000 of income, which gets you just about $50,000 per year. Less than 2/3 of what you need now. Where will you come up with the other $30,000 per year? And what happens when your 401k runs out? Regardless of your situation, these are big questions that we can help you tackle here at Wealthwave. Think of it like this. If your retirement was a plane, it'd be like trying to take off with only one wing. Or worse, can you imagine being on an airplane in mid-flight at 30,000 feet? You look out the window and you see a wing break off. Running out of money in the middle of retirement could create the same level of panic. And millions of Americans are facing that harsh reality, right? Now, the fact is that if you're relying on just Social Security and a 401k, as so many people do today, there could only be a wide gap between the retirement income you have and what you want and need for the lifestyle, comfort, and freedom you're hoping for. Now, we help people close that gap by applying the rule of 72 and by leveraging tax-efficient strategies that can provide a reliable income. I'm going to show you 2 examples in just a second. But first, there's something about taxes and investing you need to see. There are 3 ways your money can be taxed. Number 1, tax now, like a CD. Tax later, like in a 401k or regular IRA. Or third, or positions so the earnings and income are never taxed. Which would you prefer? Think of it this way. Imagine you're a farmer. Would you want to be taxed on the couple of bags of seed or the entire harvest you grow from those seeds? Remember the character Zoe? At 9%, her inheritance of $10,000 grew to $640,000. Then let's say she retires and uses 5% of the $640,000 each year for income. That would be $32,000 per year. If she lives 31 years in retirement, that could potentially add up to $1 million in income. So now, would you rather pay taxes on the initial $10,000 deposit or the $1.6 million of potential growth and income? Now, that's an easy decision, right? When it comes to how we're taxed, it's essential that we think ahead, then create a tax never strategy. Do you have one of these in your portfolio right now? All right. So now I'm going to take a minute and share the two most popular strategies we use to help our clients put together the other wing on that retirement plane and make sure it stays on for the rest of their lives. The first one is a very specific and advantageous set of features and fits into the tax never category. We call it the tax never income strategy, or TENIS for short. With this strategy, your money has the potential to grow tax-free, but when the market drops, you don't lose a dime. It's completely protected from losses. It can also provide a tax-free income. I don't know about you, but it sure seems likely that taxes could go up over time and, be twice as nice to have a tax-free income in retirement. Now, it also provides creditor protection in some states and leaves a tax-free legacy for your family. As you can imagine, many people who see this strategy want one for themselves. So just ask us here at Wealthwave, and we can see if we can get that TENIS strategy suitable for you. Our second strategy keeps the wings on your retirement plane by providing a reliable income stream you can't outlive. And statistically, we know that's important. A recent medical study shows that people age 50 or older who take a major loss on their portfolio have about a 50% higher chance of dying in the next 20 years than people who don't. Incredible. Why do you think this is? Stress, depression? Yes. And possibly not having enough money for proper medical care or quality nutrition. To me, that's a tragic pandemic, not a viral, but financial. If you've ever been stressed about money, you can understand this. And by the way, if you're banking on your 401k to give you a reliable income in retirement, think again. You might be surprised to learn that there's a 50% chance you'll run out of money during a 30-year retirement if you are taking just a modest 6% income from a 50-50 stock bond portfolio. Did you know that? 401k plans are not a bad way to save money, but they do not provide a guaranteed income for a life like a pension. So, how do we avoid running out of money and piling on stress during retirement? You've probably got money in a 401k or an IRA, invested in a stock, mutual funds. What's the good thing about being in the market? You can make a lot of money, right? The bad news is you can also lose a lot of money. In fact, you could lose everything. In our later years, we want stability, not downside risk. Does this look like a safe, smart, secure retirement strategy for you? So here's a potential solution for millions of Americans. We call it the Reliable Income Strategy, or RISE. With RISE, when the market goes up, you've got the ability to participate in gains and grow your account. But when the market drops, it guarantees 5% growth on the protected value for future income. So when the market is up, your account can grow and lock in those gains. But when it tanks, you get at least 5% growth for future income. That sounds pretty amazing, doesn't it? Who could benefit from this? People in their 20s and 30s don't really need this, but For many of the 140 million baby boomers and Gen Xers who don't have a pension, the RISE strategy could be a game changer, a financial rescue package. Do you have a RISE strategy in your portfolio? If not, let's talk and see if we can get you to benefit from this. So now it's time to answer the big question for you. Will you have enough money, and is it in the most tax efficient place possible? The best way to find out is to set aside a few minutes so we can talk. Ask me about the RISE and tennis strategies to create a tax never income to afford the retirement lifestyle you want, as well as a reliable income to make sure you don't outlive your money. As we wrap up here, let me finish with just 2 questions. Number 1, based on what you've seen and heard, what intrigued you the most? 2, would you be opposed to meeting for a few minutes so we can see if you can benefit? Few things are more important than learning how to put your money to work for you in a significant and tax-efficient way so you can secure your family's future. I strongly encourage you to reach out to me via my website portal at MyWealthmoves.com, and so we can get your plane off the ground. Thanks again for tuning in.